In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to start your personal brand as a founder today within the next 10 minutes. But first, what starting a personal brand is not. You have a content calendar, you have pillars, you have a perfect schedule. That's cool. This is part of a brand. But this is not what is making a personal brand. And if you're just following these things that you found somewhere, you will probably post for 6 months and then you will start to lose the interest and you wasted time and money. So what is personal branding? Personal branding is like showing your identity, and this is the foundation for every personal brand as a founder. So what is actually the right order? Identity first, your belief second, your positioning third, and your content last. And most founders building this exactly the wrong way around, yeah? And why does this order matter? Because if you're skipping your identity and you're jumping directly into just producing content, as soon you're starting to speak on the camera, people can tell that this is not you. And there will be always a contrast between two different founders. One who has figured out his identity and is showing up based on his identity, and a founder that is just following a borrowed framework that somebody posted on LinkedIn. After we know what is the foundation of personal branding, identity, it's time to get out a piece of paper, a pen, because it's now actually time to build the foundation of your personal brand. I want you to give me 3 to 5 words you want people to associate you with in their head. And I'm not talking about a job title, I'm not talking about an industry, I'm talking about specific words like trustworthy, honest. And this exercise is the first thing you have to do before you're writing any post in your life. Also, here's an example how this looks in real life. Okay, Tim, welcome to the Branding Sofa. I have two questions for you.
Shoot.
Question number 1. What are 3 words you want to be associated with in your customer's head?
Web design, sales, and online presence.
That was fast. And now the exact opposite. What are 3 words you don't want to be known for in your customer's head?
There's a lot of words I don't want to be associated with, but I would say dishonest, scammer, poor result. Can we count that as one word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this, my friends, is somebody who worked on his personal brand and has these answers ready because he thought about it. So positive example of like what it means to have a personal brand. After you wrote down these words, I want you to write down the words you want to be not known for in your customer's head. This avoid list is the constraint that makes the first list mean something. And when I'm talking about words you don't want your customers to associate you with, salesy, scammy, pushy, lying, all of these things. Let's go into exercise number 2. So, honest questions. What do you actually believe? I'm not talking about like industry specific points or something. I'm talking about the beliefs you would defend in a room full of people, yeah? Most founders I ever worked with have never had to say this out loud before, also including me. Until this one question. What is connecting you in real life to other people? It's exactly the things you believe, your values. And why should this not work online? So answer this question, take some time. It's one of the most important questions you have to ask yourself to really build a successful, good working personal brand. I don't know what to post. Nothing traumatic happened in my life. I don't have anything to share. You seeing yourself in this? That's an excuse that a lot of founders telling themselves, because you're basically sitting on a gold mine full of content, yeah? Because the real stories, the content, the things that are moving the needle for your business and for your brand are buried into the small and ordinary decisions you're taking on a daily basis. In your meetings, in your emails, in your team to fixes, everywhere. And I want to give you an example. We're running every Friday here in Valencia a content co-working session. And I had a discussion with a founder which was like, should I build a personal brand? Then we had a long conversation. It was about like, I was like, yes, you have to build a personal brand, but it depends what kind of brand you have to build based on your business model, yeah? And after this conversation, I was like, hey, this is a super interesting topic. So I turned it now in a newsletter, in a LinkedIn post, and it will become also a reel. This was an ordinary conversation I just had at an event, and I'm making 3 content pieces out of this. And I know you have exactly the same conversations on a day-to-day basis in your business, in your private life. This excuse doesn't count anymore. And if you really don't know how to get the right ideas, in Merkion we have a wonderful feature which is called a content interview. So you can run a daily 5-minute interview which will extract 3 to 5 content ideas, so you're never running out of content ideas. If this sounds like something you need in your life, waitlist is open. sign up here. I want you for 1 second think about the movie Harry Potter or Star Wars. Why are these movies working so good? What do you think? Exactly, because there's a bad person in the story. Luke Skywalker, it was Luke Skywalker, or had to fight Darth Vader. Yeah, it's Anakin, right. But the same for Harry Potter, yeah? Lord Voldemort. So there is a bad person in the story. And this is also like the next exercise I want you to do. Answer the following question. Who or what are you against? But in this case, I don't want you to be like, I don't like this person. I want you to think about an idea, a default that are people saying in your industry, yeah? Think about the following thing. So everybody is saying personal branding is just posting consistently on social media. It's not. This is what this video is about. And this is also what we are standing against, and I'm standing against with Merkion. All of these copy-paste brands, this is not personal branding. This is the try to make things easy and hope to win in the short term. Yeah? Every memorable founder brand out there has an enemy. Like Harry Potter has Lord Voldemort, like Star Wars has Darth Vader, or the 5,000 other people from the 5,000 other Star Wars films. But hey, it's super important to know like what are you standing against. So we already talked about this. Most people, most founders have the following problem. An unclear brand, no direction, and on top of this they can stay consistent. But these are not problems, these are 3 symptoms of the same thing. The most important step, which we already stated a couple of times in this video, and what is it? Right, identity. And there is where your confusion sits. If you again just writing content without having this first step taken, everything will fall apart, sooner or later. Last exercise for today, I promise. I want you now to pull up your last 5 posts and ask yourself the 3 following questions. Number 1, would you say this out loud to a friend in these exact same words? I promise 95% of the posts your answer is no. The next thing is, does this post, does this video sound like you even on a bad day or only on your best days? We all can sound like Kafka or Nietzsche on our best days, yeah? And last but not least, question number 4, would you be embarrassed if someone you respect, you like, read this post back to you? And if 2 out of the 3 fail, same root cause as everything above, get your identity clear. This was a little bit arrogant. Okay, to be annoying. Once your identity is locked, I will promise you all content you're producing is getting so much easier. Because once your identity is locked, you actually don't get more content ideas out of it, but you get a filter for the ones you already have or you're intending to do, or you're seeing maybe somebody else is posting, because then you know exactly, does this fit my brand, yeah? You can cut then time wasted on ideas that were never supposed to be written by you. So my friends, this is basically the foundation, how you're building a personal brand as a founder. I hope you did your exercises. Oh, wait, one more thing. Before you keeping blaming the algorithm, it's not playing out my post. I promise you, 9 times out of 10, it's not the algorithm. Check these posts first. I promise you, again, 9 out of 10 times, the thinking wasn't clear, your words were not clear, or you didn't even talk to your ICP, yeah? Don't blame the algorithm. Action! So, who was this video for? For founders who'd rather be specific and remembered than safe and forgettable. I don't mean this in a mean way. If sameness is fine for you, there are a fuck ton of templates out there that exist that you can take to build your brand based on this. If you want to run this process properly, Merkion is now finally on its waitlist. The link is below. Sign up. This tool is built for every founder out there that wants to build a personal brand that is representing him, from figuring out your identity to creating content on a daily basis that is brand aligned and is actually helping you to grow your business. That's it. This time it's really it. And I need to watch Star Wars. I missed completely who was fighting against whom. I want to take the chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the